Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Pathfinder Kingmaker. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're choose to join me today as we do surgery. Well, hopefully it won't be me, but we'll see how that goes. In Search of Joy, Confessions of a Heretic. The fifth sacrifice has been made. My mistress, the most beautiful of goddesses, will be happy. That sounds like a good time right there. What do we have? Did not have what? I thought they were loot. I'm blind. Jod, are you ready? Please, we cannot delay much longer. Yes, let's begin. Jod breathes in deeply, then exhales slowly. Erastil will be with us. Saturn and Rai, help us, says Trishan from the other side of the dungeon. It's gonna be fine. He was just left behind. Glancing nervously at the various medical instruments, the brave peasant woman got up on the operating table. Just don't butcher me, is all I ask, she muttered in a trembling voice. Meanwhile, the foremost medical experts in the room still couldn't agree on what exactly it was they were trying to do, which, I might add, is no surprise considering they weren't much medical experts to begin with. Stop arguing with me. Coughing up blood is a sure sign the problem is in the lungs. We look there, Jod insisted. No, it's the nausea we should be focusing on. We need to examine the stomach, Trishan objected. The clerics turned to the Baroness in desperation, asking her to resolve their dispute. After careful consideration, she decided to slap them both in the face like the kids they were. Because, yeah. So she's coughing up blood. That does sound like a bad thing. Nausea can wait a little bit, I would say. But then again, maybe it can't. We are, after all, dealing with a monster that springs out of people's bowels or something. Let's see. So, lungs thing. Yeah, it's with Jod. Whichever. I don't care. Actually, do we know? Yeah, we don't, do we? We don't know from here. No, we do. It's right there. Otherwise, it would be interesting because it would be the lines themselves telling me information, which is good. It's an interesting way of doing that. So I'm going to side with... Oh, this is Lindsay writing. She decided to side with Jod and search for the source of the disease in the patient's lungs. At least so I wrote. It wasn't really about the source of the disease. It was trying to stabilize the patient. But anyway. Trishan continued to object, but there was no more time for discussion, and his cheek was plenty inflamed already because of the slap Giladella blessed him with. Because it would be a blessing. After a short prayer to Erastil, Jod took up a scalpel. Candlelight reflected off the surgical instruments and potion bottles as Jod's scalpel made the first incision on the woman's skin. No anesthesia here, I don't think. I could hear her inhale loudly through clenched teeth. Yeah, I confess, writes Lindsay. I lacked the courage to watch the surgery, so she basically made it all up and wrote about it. I wish. Even after I turned away, I couldn't help but tremble from hearing the poor woman's screams. The air filled with the acrid scent of medical potions while Trishan mumbled prayers to ease the patient's pain, simultaneously scanning her body with magical sight. All I could do was whisper my own prayers, but the Baroness, she didn't lose her courage. I don't know. Let's see. So we have some proper checks in here. Do an athletics check. What the heck is that? Held the patient in position firmly to prevent her from hurting herself. That does sound like a good thing. With a plus 12 right there, that sounds like a terrible to-hit chance. Not to-hit chance. We're going to go with this one, most likely. No, diplomacy, I guess. It also makes sense that it would be. Took the patient's hand and whispered something in her ear, distracting her from the pain. But she failed. She didn't distract her very well. She was in so much pain, she clearly couldn't understand what she was saying. She kicked and screamed, and eventually the time came when even the cleric's steady hands couldn't keep the scalpel from sleeping. Horrible screams became low groans, and then a terrifying silence. Because, of course, again, anesthesia is not a thing. Oh, Erastil, Jod whispered. I was wrong, the lungs are clear. Trishan sighed heavily. Don't blame yourself. You did all you could. I will pray for her soul. May she rest in peace. But now our duty is to finish what we've started. To make her sacrifice worth something. Jod cut into the dead woman's stomach and pulled out a strange item. Aw, I thought it was gonna be, the traditional... It didn't matter the choice because it wasn't in either of those places. But no, we failed. Miserably so. We didn't even... She died. That was I rolled a 4. That was a roll 4. That's what that was. Thanks, GM. You're very kind. It's not my fault. Her blood is in your ends, GM. I'm looking at you. It looked like some kind of seed. A glowing, pulsing, thumb-sized seed. Before anyone could say anything, it flashed in Jod's fingers. He dropped it on the floor, just in time. On the spot where the seed landed, a portal opened, and a roaring monster jumped out of it. It's just a ferocious owlbear, and I'm alone. It's not a problem. I do have friends. Maybe. What do we have? Mites? And a giant frog. I'll go with the mites. I'll go with getting out of here is what I'm gonna go with. Because my initiative roll was awful. Get some mites in here. What are we gonna do? Oof. Seriously? That's taking that long? Jeez. Seriously, spellcasting is quite something. And I rolled a 3. Did we roll a... We did. We rolled a d6. Who's that fool that's dying over there? Nice crit, though. Yeah. I guess that's gonna be that. I don't... that guy's still alive, which is good. The owlbear... Nice critical. Okay, the owlbear is about to kill. Yep. Not my mites! Jod is gonna be fine. Or was it Trishan? Either way. Looking at the... We're good. Looking at the patient's body, Jod can't hold back his tears. He wipes... This is not Lindsay anymore, so it's not couldn't hold back his tears. It's can't. He wipes his eyes, not even noticing the blood still on his hands. Trishan hands Jod a clean towel, even though he was the one... Was he the one that got... I'm not really sure. Jod pulls himself together and wipes his hands and face. Okay. Are you able to cure others of the disease now? Yes, says Trishan. Yes, now that we know what to do, we can extract the seeds with much less risk to the patients and with much less suffering. Okay, so what have we learned? We've learned, says Jod, I was a pompous fool, and Trishan was right all along. I will disagree. You weren't pompous at all about your assertions. You were just a fool. And, I mean, anyway, it's not a disease, but a parasite. Something of vegetative origin. I don't think vegetative means what you think it is. It means, Jod. But anyway, it resembles a seed. I'm sorry, my friend. I should have wagged my tongue less and listened to you more. Please don't mention it, says Trishan. It was a lucky guess. Not worthy of your praise, he says. Despite... A woman just died. Can we please stop with it? It is really awkward that they're so fixated on the... Hi, I was wrong. No, she died. You guys need to acknowledge that. They don't. They won't. What will you do next? Not even my character will acknowledge that. Jod says, there are still many patients here. We'll start work on them immediately. And you, Your Grace, may want to search for the source of this disease. We still know neither where the seeds come from, nor how they get into people's bodies. New patients arrive daily, says Trishan. And how many never even find their way to a hospital? Our efforts here are not enough by themselves. We need to find the root of this problem. It's worth mentioning that a hospital, probably not in this setting. Let's be generous and actually practical and pragmatical, because we have heard of this word before. A hospital doesn't mean what you think it means. It means the word hospice comes from hospital, or vice versa. A hospital is a place where people go to die. Not quite like that. They go when they're just really, really sick and just can't. They need constant care. It's like intensive care unit, except they don't really provide much care. It's just mostly you're there, yeah. That's in medieval times. That's what hospitals were for. So things like what's that? Leprosy? Leprosy, yeah. So things like leprosy. Certain hospitals would be specialized in certain diseases, because of course you want to contain specific patients especially if their diseases are contagious, in the same place, so that they can all be buddies with each other about, hey, look at me, I got leprosy, and the other one, hey, I do too. Otherwise they'd be like, nah, my disease is better than yours, I got the consumption, or something. Probably is better than leprosy. I'm not really sure. How do you cure leprosy? It's a parasite, right? It's probably penicillin. Because penicillin just fixes everything. These guys are just fools. They can't come up with penicillin. Why can't they? Why can't they? Anyway, a chainmail. Oh, this is the guard that died. Oh, nobody warned me it was a pointless character. Let's skin the bear and get that. There we go. I'm absolutely awful. I didn't acknowledge the woman who died. Might as well not even pay attention to the guard that, or care for the guard that was there. Anyway, we're getting out of here. I wonder if I press R if everything gets fixed. It does not. Look at that. You cannot rest here because it's a dungeon. Actually, how do I get out of here? I think we're good. Well, I think we know where to go. Season of Bloom. That does not sound good. Give me HDR. It's a little bit better than Bloom. Tiny little bit. Anyway, Jod has brought a note from Keston, the tight-lipped fighter who wouldn't bother the Baroness, or wouldn't bother the Baroness without a good reason, so the matter must be urgent. Meet Kenston near the Shrine of Lamashtu on Monday, the first day of a week. That's quite interesting phrasing, I should say, because it should say on a Monday, but it says the first day of a week, the A being irrelevant. It's the first day of the week. Oh, I'm here. Because we probably don't have the word... No, wait, that's not a Monday. That's a Monday, which is just Monday, really. Especially if you're going to translate this into other languages. Just you wait until you arrive at Spanish, I should say. And then you're going to try and make a distinction between Monday and Monday. They're the same word. They're just, you know, they're not literally the same word. But Monday comes from Monday. It's like them being like on a Sunday. A Sunday. Let's see. So, Mother of Monster... Oh, and by the way, if you want a fun time, because it is fun, look it up on Wikipedia. The multiple ways different languages call the days of the week. It's a fun ride. Because that is true. It's the fun ride. It's the fun ride, I say. An entire goblin village is hidden somewhere in the region. I do need to find them. But I will manage my kingdom affairs. It bothers me. I mean, it says Kingmaker, but it bothers me that it doesn't say Baroness, Burning Affairs, because it is not a kingdom. Monsters invasion successfully done. This is fantastic. +1. Wait, monsters are erupting for the bot. No, that's +1 to community and loyalty. That's a different one. Okay, so we have a Rim who is busy with some terrible things. Really. Do we have a lot of money? We do have a lot of money. This is fantastic. Well, I'm very happy. What do we have? We have a Rim, most likely, of course. Yeah. Ah, well. So when is he gonna be good? 12 days. Then we have 2 days and 14 days. Now, there might be follow-ups on these ones. Hopefully he lands that one, because that's a difficult one. We are gonna look at our buildings, because we must look at our buildings. Also, if I could upgrade that town, that'd be nice. Where is the town? Well, first off, let's upgrade our main town, because I'm that kind of person. And also, this costs a lot of money. And, yeah, so, what do we have? Builds. You can see that we have one brewery, we have one herbal... We're missing a lot of stuff. We have the ones over there, which is pretty good. But I don't think... No, those tell me what this city is providing with. Look at that, +7/4, 24, that's the total. Kingdom stat value is 24. But the +7 is what this town does for. That's pretty good. Okay. So, thing that I want to look at first is stuff like this. Specialized slots, and just be good at that. So, another thing. Are people upset? I don't know if they're still upset. I have a lot of money, so they shouldn't be upset. That's how it works. Piers don't go anywhere. No. I have piers already. Is that the pier? No, that's the Mage's Tower. I can sell it. Let's not sell it. We got a printing house. We got a bunch of things. Now, what I want to do, though, is I really want to min-max the specific things that I have. Like community, for example. I kind of want that. I kind of want to bring that up a little bit. So, let's look at what we have. So, we got barracks. The thing is, barracks says, right there, says military. But then it also adds stability. So, I need to pay attention to each and every one of those things. This doesn't add community? A brothel? Really? What kind of brothel do like this? In a chaotic kingdom, chaotic neutral kingdom such as mine, my brothels would add community. Oh, they would. +1 loyalty and stability. Dance hall for loyalty and culture, but nothing else apart from that. We got a fort for military and stability. Now those would be pretty good. It also adds +1 to espionage when a settlement with a watchtower, +1 to military when a settlement with a garrison, and +1 to stability with a settlement with a jail. Now I don't know that I have any of those, and honestly, probably wouldn't be the best. I mean, a fort in a place. This is enormous, isn't it? No, it isn't actually. Can you not rotate it? You should rotate it. What the heck? Can I rotate it with the keys on the keyboard? Can I not? No? That's a bit of a problem. Does it require water? Because you'd expect it to. It looks like it just needs one slot, doesn't it? It's interesting. I think it might require a specific spot. I can't move the map around. Anyway, moving on. No, yeah, it does. Look, no, it says to. It's a little thing. That's what that means. Unfortunately, it lies to me. Why? Can I not rotate it? Really? Oh, well, we're not going to be... Community. Granary. A place to store grain and food. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, just +1. And we got a jail. No, that's sure to add community. Also, not chaotic neutral at all. Or, yeah, at all. Let's see. Stability. It adds +1 stability and +1 to stability when adjacent to a fort. Okay. +1 stability when adjacent to a barracks. Now, do I have... Go away. Maybe. Okay. Do I have a barracks? I don't have a barracks. So... Not gonna go with a jail, I guess. +1 stability and +1 culture on the library. A longhouse. I don't have a longhouse, but that does add community. It also adds a bunch, or affects a bunch of things. How do I not have a longhouse? It's a tiny house. It's the best house. What's wrong with me? It affects a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, let's keep going. So I'm probably going to add a longhouse over there. We got +1 relations and economy. What is this? Arcane. The Mage's Tower. I have that already. A mansion. Mansion adds community. Oh, a mansion is the best community. Seriously, though. Look at that. It's properly aligned. And then it's not properly aligned anymore. My world is a lie. Seriously, though, that is a bit weird. A museum adds culture. So I'm going to add a mansion, because that thing is just good stuff. A huge manor housing a rich family and its servant. Their servant, I would imagine. So we have herbalist's house. Does that require to be +1 when adjacent to a shrine? Monument. It is not adjacent to a shrine. So you are going to be upgraded, but you're first... Wait. Yeah, it looks like I've been cheated by the game, but that's not a problem because we have a save. We always have a save because that was not okay. We have a quick save just here. It doesn't tell me the yeah, it's the correct one, but it doesn't tell me the real hour, so it's kind of hard for me to know what's going on. Okay, so we figured that out. Let's go back inside. Now, what I want to do, and how do you lose that? How do you make the mansion go away? Because that would be my stuff. So what I want to do is I want to move that. And I swear it's possible to do. Maybe I thought I need to do it over here. Herbalist's house. It ruins that, doesn't it? Okay, let me look it up on how to sell this, and also let me try to fix this bug. Okay, I figured it out. And also I fixed this. I had to quit the main menu to fix that. And also that might fix the positioning issue. But we're gonna figure it out. Now, how we move, it's super unintuitive. There's no reason why you couldn't have a button over there. There really is no reason. Like, you can scroll through in these things, or at least I hope so. The thing is, you can sell these for 9 build points. And then it shows over there, that color, and also the discount. Exactly what's going on, so it's pretty good. So we got a shop and a foundry. Let's put it over there. So it's pretty simple. I knew that before, and Yeah, I'm gonna need it. I bet you know that. So, that's a little bit good. And I would want the granary. We're probably gonna put the granary over there. We have a museum over here, +3 to culture. If a royal museum has been opened in the barony, so that's a different thing altogether. A park adds to community, and when adjacent to the town hall, +1 to divine, and adjacent to a temple, +1 to culture. And wait, that's not how that goes. +1 to culture when adjacent to a town hall, +1 to a temple, and then a museum. Okay, do I have any of that? Town hall, garrison, a shrine, to the troll quarters. That's very interesting. I got all those together. It's not ideal though. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. A sacred grove. That's the military. That's actually quite good investment. And then we have a shop. We have one shop already. We still need to upgrade things. So we're gonna figure that out in a little bit. Didn't we have a smithy? For here, foundry. A foundry doesn't care for a smithy. Really? That's interesting. And a tavern doesn't add to community. Well, a windmill. +1 to community when with a granary or a brewery. Well, we're gonna have a windmill. And I am gonna be poor. Am I gonna be poor? No, I'm not. This is good. And I'm gonna have the granary right there. Perfect. And now am I poor? I'm a little bit poor. Let's upgrade some stuff. So we got a garrison over here. The town hall. Should upgrade the town hall. That's not too expensive. Let's go with it. What is it going to add? Plus relations. I should pay attention to that. This cannot be upgraded. This cannot be upgraded. Can I? I can. Thank you. Monument. Cannot be upgraded. Military. Okay. Press escape instead. Press escape. It doesn't respect the escape immediately. Military over there. Shop. For community, upgrade the shop. I upgraded the shop, and that's what happened. Okay, good. And the Major's Tower doesn't need to be upgraded. And then the the walls, absolutely. Well, let's go. And now they look good. Fit for a capital of the Baroness. Of the murder. I murder a lot. It doesn't go very well for many people. We're good. Now, we are probably going to sleep first and foremost, although, if everybody is capable of moving, then I don't really see... let's sleep. There's no reason to sleep if everybody's capable of moving, because you can sleep outside. What is the time? I guess we're going to be able to see if there's anything new in here. There is not. Okay, that sounds good to me. Let's talk to our storyteller and see if anything happens. Or if there's anything in there. Quite slow, but that's just normal, I think. Yeah, still need to mess with that, but there's nothing here. There's just, yeah, thank you, bye. It's all good. Okay, and we're leaving because we're going east. We need to find, yeah, we're going on a witch hunt, apparently. Wait, do we know which witches? Oh, I need to go to the Lamashtu place in a Monday. Right, because that's gonna work. I have no idea. So we know it's the first day of the week. So I guess that's that. So let's see. Can I tell the first day? That's the month. Well, I guess we're supposed to go there. Is that the Lamashtu thing or whatever? Shrine of Lamashtu. I think so. 7 hours. Did I sleep too much? Maybe. There's things in here. But, yep. So we got new things, new events. The joys of life. And the storyteller is very good at this. Strange hedonistic teachings are spreading among the citizens. That sounds very chaotic neutral. Please let me, thank you. If you don't know what hedonistic is, hedonism is basically... well, it's actually a complicated philosophical school of thought. But it just mostly revolves around the notion that you should do what makes you happy. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than that. Adherents refuse to work and consider it normal to steal, cheat, and live at the expense of others. If that makes them happy, I suppose. Let's make sure it doesn't make them happy. Production in the region is in decline. Production? Production? We don't use those terms in my lands. The population is growing poor. No, they're stealing. They're growing rich. And leaving at the expense of others. That's the definition of it. They're going rich. I must make sure that doesn't happen. Who better than a storyteller to go there and be like, I need to go. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, really, there's nobody better for that. And they're gonna learn some culture. Maybe he's gonna teach them what it means to be a hedonist, and he's gonna be like, you fools! You read the wrong Wikipedia article! You need to... And off we go. So I don't know if this is indeed the... I think there's a shrine over here, and I do remember us talking about the shrine of the dwarves and whatever. But I don't know if this is the correct shrine. I think it's the second time we come here for a quest. It is not. And also, I'm absolutely wrong on the... I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm absolutely wrong on the... on the place I thought I was. Why are you guys not moving? Because I clicked... Who's crying? Where? Oh, no. Yeah, this was one... Yeah, I confused, as always, yes. Wasn't this where we found the caravan for refugees and hungry peasants? And the dude with name. The peasants obviously don't mean anything because they don't have names. Can't talk. I can actually. Before you is a disheveled woman wearing a cheap dress. Cheap? What? Is a ragged dress? Nah, this is a cheap dress. It costs her $9 at over a brand that sells cheap dresses. I don't know. There's brands, I don't know them though. And a cloak that's gray and with dust. She covers her face as she sobs uncontrollably. A disaster. This is such a disaster. Your whining irritates me, says Jethal. The woman casts a scared glance at Jethal and tries to calm her tears down, or at least to weep more quietly. What happened? The woman raises her face, tears still streaming down her face. Her eyes widen as she recognizes you, and she shudders. Baroness, it must be Providence that sent you to me. Providence here, I'm not sure if that is specific to certain religions, or if it's just any religion, as long as it's because of the will of the gods. It must be the will of the gods to send you to me, to make it a little bit more clear what she's saying. Only you can help me. She wipes her cheeks and stifles another sob. I was robbed by a forest monster. It took my most valuable possession, my great-grandmother's pearl string. I was hoping to pay the bandits at the bridge with them. They're a family heirloom. It is not there. This is just one. A real treasure. My great-grandfather brought the pearls all the way from Eladare. I thought that would be enough to get to Galt, but then I was ambushed by that vile beast. I was so frightened I dropped all my belongings and ran. When I came to my senses, it was too late. What am I going to do? I'm scared of going back. So where are you from? From far off, the woman sighs. I promised my cousin I'd visit her in Galt, but now this. You'd visit your cousin in Galt and you'd pay for that with your only family heirloom? I say only, but maybe just your best family heirloom. Otherwise, you'd be just like, I got a ring over here. That'll do. But, So you brought a priceless family heirloom along on a visit to Galt. That's basically what I was saying. The woman blushes and lowers her face or her gaze. Forgive me, your grace. Her whisper is barely audible. It's difficult to confess, but I'm running away. Too many in my village died from the magic disease. Still willing I'd save myself. Oh, that's perfectly acceptable, I suppose. Are you traveling alone? Yes, mother died last year, and my mother and my brother, or brother, I don't know, moved to the city. I hope that at least there he'll be safe from the disease. Okay. So describe this forest monster. The woman frowns. It had greenish skin, short, with a wide face and red eyes. It jumped out of nowhere, flashing a dagger at me and yelling in Pidgin. I don't know what that is. It said I should give it my money or else. And maybe my character does. The creature's description leaves little doubt. It is a goblin. Many of the little pests have recently taken to lurking about the barony. Pfeh, says Amiri. Afraid of some goblin, are you? What check was that she also made it? Is she good at this? suppose. You should have just given him a good old kick and he'd be done for, says Amory. Amory, it's a good thing I took you off of my commanding. If you were gonna put peasants fighting goblins, yeah, you're not fit for that. I'll try to find your missing jewels. Where were you attacked? Oh, thank you so much. The beast ambushed me by the large stone along the road. Follow it northeast. It's not far. Which road northeast? But please be careful, Baroness. I beg you. I could kill her right now. So she's probably seriously though, what? She's probably an advisor. A monster is roaming around the Gudrun River. A woman complains that it stole a family relic, a thread of expensive string, she said, in specific, of expensive pearls. She begs you to find the thief and return the stolen item to its lawful owner. Not their lawful owner. See? Lindsay knows what to write. Now, we got hungry peasants and merchants and merchants guard. Let's have a chat with the angry peasants over here. I'm running circles around him for no reason whatsoever. His prices are outrageous, they both complain in unison. Well, that sounds like a good time. Let's see what this dude is all about. I'm talking to... the peasants are talking before I can talk to the trader. You charge a fortune for your food, and what do we get? Moldy bread and rotten vegetables? Fear irastil, Tigny. Your profit is someone's grief. Out of my sight, says Tigny. I am the only vendor for leagues around. You eat what I sell or don't eat at all. The merchant, a stout man with a shabby jacket, greasy pants, and a tattered beret, actually. Barrett? Let's go with Barrett. Finally notices you. Ah! Welcome to the traveling shop of Tigny Jusmert. The finest goods this size of the canyon, my lady. What a scumbag, says Octavia. She turns to you resentfully. Do something. You can't let him treat people this way. I'd like to browse your wares. Just like that. His prices are outrageous. 660 for chocolate. That is outrageous indeed. Although flour is pretty cheap. Although, it's not really cheap because a gold coin would feed you for a week, basically, because it's gold. I say week, but probably feed you for a year. A gold coin is probably enough to buy a piece of land. I mean, it depends, I suppose, because inflation is a thing. Not in this fictitious setting. Of Transmutations and Bodily Poisons, Part 3. Didn't I finish that already? I think I might have not. I am very bad at all the things. I think... did I? I should. I mean, it's not here, so I suppose I did. What does he look like? It's that. So those are just the almanacs, or whatever. Yeah, I finished that quest. Look at that book. They'll look... Oh, it's roses, I think. They look nice. We got butter. Well, I guess those are bad prices. I would imagine so. Look at the actual prices. 8. It costs a potato, and he's charging 99. What does that mean? Let's save the game and see what it means. Welcome back, madam. How can I help you today? So, what's all the commotion at the bridge? Where are all the people coming from? Haven't you heard? The Stag Lord, Baroness. He's alive. What? Yeah, see, that's why I say... By the way, somebody told me in the comments, thank you very much for that, by the way, that I killed Tartruccio the last time we met him. Now, that was the third time I killed him. So, how was I to know that was for real? And look at that, the Stag Lord is coming back. I distinctly remember him transforming into piles of flying meat, but that's fine. I'm not sure what... I mean, Tartruccio set the precedent already, so I don't know. I expect everybody to come back. Honestly, I expected Tartruccio to come back, not Staglord, but whatever. Such is life. He's alive, says Stigny. One day, he just come back with his band, takes the bridge, and starts demanding coin for safe passage. So people are piling up the bridge. After all, how can a peasant scrape up enough coin to pay the toll? I'm expecting that not to be the Stag Lord, actually. Some have been here for a while now. Many might have starved to death if it wasn't for my willingness to help those in need. For the right price, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna... Your prices are 3 times higher than those of other merchants. That doesn't sound too bad, actually. But let's see what happens here. The demand is high, madam. The trader winks and jiggles his fat purse. Game, can you please make it... I thought he... Not too long ago, I played, I don't remember the name of the town, but in Dragon Age Origins, there's basically this quest, where you get to make a decision, and a decision, there's a bunch of options, regarding basically this, and the merchant actually doesn't act like a scumbag. So, yeah. And I chose what I chose there. And considering my character is chaotic neutral, I'm pretty sure you know what exactly she's gonna choose. But let's see what happens. The trader winks and jiggles his fat purse and his butt while he's at it. No one around offers the produce I do. In fact, you won't find anyone else selling in these parts. And you know, people, they just love to eat. And he laughs, amused by his own joke, as people cry. As people cry, although for a different reason in that one. This is inhumane, says Valerie. But he has the right to do so, has he? What right? What are we talking about here? What right are we talking about? We haven't established the what's the word? The principle of free trade in our barony. I keep going over this. There's no such things as laws here. This is my iron fist. And I don't... There's no table to punch. I mean, I did punch the table. You might have heard it. But anyway. She says, on the other side, he stands on your land. And thus, he's in your hands. Hence, this is a confusing situation. In this wild realm, you can seldom rely on any established law. On any law. There's no law, Valerie. Valerie? Am I not... Do we have just... The law of the land, you shall not kill the person that eats bread and salt with you in your own home. Because that's one thing that maybe you could come up with. That sounds very specific and just superstitious and all that. The right to free trade doesn't sound connected to any superstition. Let's see what I can do. Have you no shame? Well, I probably do that. These people are starving and all you care about is lining your pockets. That's, yeah, basically the problem there, really. I mean... If he were a decent person, he'd be giving the food away. Not even, I mean, I'm not even talking about charging good prices. I'm talking about giving the food away. Let alone, anyway, I can intimidate him. Oh, those are, oh, that sounds better for my character, doesn't it? If I ever catch you asking an arm and a leg for rotten turnips again, I'll hang you on this bridge as a lesson to others. I guess those are different options, unfortunately, not just using different skills. Let's go with the have you no shame. And, well, if he doesn't have any shame, well, whose problem is that gonna be? Let's say that. Oh, whose problem is that gonna be? You'll drive me to the streets with your moralizing. That is true, I was moralizing you, it is true, it's fair, it's a fair thing. I was gonna snap at him at that, but no, he's right. I'll drive him to another place with some other things. If they are starving, they can go pick berries, catch frogs. As for me, I stand by my wares. They are worth every copper. We trade in gold. It's fine. I'm gonna point at the angry peasants nearby. It looks like you're making their blood boil. That rabble, he says. He looks over the peasants and sniffs as in, oh. Those beggars can say whatever they want. They may whine and grumble all they wish, but they would never dare to come out in arms against my boys. Yeah, I have had enough, I'm gonna say. Oh, that's an overreaction. I am definitely not attacking anybody right now. What is this? Aw, this is quite an interesting situation we have here. Oh no, I'm being attacked on my own roads. Octavia, wouldn't you mind? There you go, a little bit better. That guy just took... he hurt me. That's a little bit of a problem. Hopefully he doesn't have too many attacks per turn. The peasants ran away, though. Are they dying, the peasants? They might be dying as well, if the idiots decide to fight for me. They really shouldn't. I mean, it's cute of them and charming, but... Thank you. And I straighten my jacket. Oh, Jethal. Jethal points out that there's something over there. It's potatoes. I bet it's potatoes. Oh, it's a horse. They could eat the horse. What do we have over here? We have a dagger. A dagger. Is it a shock? That is a shock dagger. Well, it's a good thing, I suppose. But unfortunately, it's not cold steel. And we have a lot of swords. Oh, this is very profitable. Unfortunately, not their equipment, which is less profitable. But, well, but that's that, isn't it? The jerks ran away. Well, at least they ran away. Yeah. Anyway, we're out of time for the day, so let's go after them next episode. For right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.